Can you walk me through the one thing that I love in hip hop is like when two top tier MCs battle, and you and Tory Lanez had a fun time. Mm-hmm. You guys were hitting each other back quick.
Pause. Jesus
Super
Christ.
pause. Super pause. Hey yo. But when you guys had that going on, like you guys were turning around records hella quick about each other, and it was very like it felt like obviously you guys were talking shit to each other, but it just felt like this is for the sport type shit.
Yeah, of course. Like, you know, he's a funny guy. You know, I was just talking about this on $1 Million Worth of Game. Like, he's a funny dude, and like, you know, because he's a funny guy, and like, you know, it was more sporty than anything. You know, me and him we didn't really know each other to have a real problem. You know, but he's a competitive guy. You know, and he said some shit, and it was just like, you know, it was like I gotta show this nigga because he doesn't know. You know,
it's like you guys sharpened each other's swords for like a month. Super pause. Hey, bro, I can't say shit to this guy without a pause.
Well, that was crazy. Sharpening each other's swords is crazy. But go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask you.
That's crazy. Yo, that was
lyrical swords. Yeah. Obviously, Jesus.
That was crazy.
How excited? Because I'm not sure. Just from a hip hop fan's perspective, because you're obviously a hip hop head. Look, the night that you release your album, Kendrick Lamar disses the other two big three. Mm-hmm. You dropped an album. Big Sean dropped a single, and then there's this Kendrick verse that just takes over the world. Mm-hmm. What were your initial thoughts when you heard the verse? Because it's an amazing verse, and I'm not as excited because I don't think Drake's gonna reply. I'm really excited to see what J. Cole says. But what were your thoughts, just from a fan's perspective?
This motherfucker.
Like, why today? Why not next week?
This motherfucker waited till today.
Yeah.
This motherfucker waited till today to do this shit. Right? But no, I'm actually a fan. Like, I fuck with Kendrick. I'm a fan of Kendrick.
Has he ever tapped in? Pause.
Like,
are we pausing that?
Yeah, but listen, but
you and I couldn't hang out too much because you would be. I'm fucked up over here.
Yeah. Has he tapped in? It's crazy, but nah. I haven't talked to him, but he's somebody that I think is fire, you know. And it's like, I know he's aware of me. You know, we've
of course
the same. We've worked with a lot of the same people, so producers and shit like that. So, but yeah, he's fire.
Yeah,
I fuck with Kendrick. When he dropped it, though, I'm definitely like, God damn, nigga, why today you do this shit? You know, I didn't really give a fuck about what Big Sean dropped too much. Like, that didn't really bother me.
There's a fucking fly just floating in front of you.
Yeah. What the?
Yeah, I think it was just an interesting time to drop. I was like, damn, because you know Big Sean's always talking about he's like the fourth guy in the big three, and it's like, bro.
Big Sean said that.
I feel like that's always kind of been like an interesting perspective, like, you know, in the blog era rap scene. Like,
well, you know what is a Big Sean like at that time? Like has the time,
right?
Like he's around, or he's made like a lot of big records. Big Sean's fire, but I was saying this on the Breakfast Club. It's like these guys have been in the game for like Kendrick, Big Sean, Drake. They all came like up. Pause at the same time. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like
they were all peers. You're kind of like right after them.
I'm right after them. So this is why he feels like he should be included in that conversation. You know, like he could, but he took a lot of time off too. You know, he just stopped. You know what I mean? Like completely.
Has there been a concept for a record that, because you have some crazy like joints, bro. Like I feel like, you know, I mean, I heard you talk about it. Sometimes you'll come up with a visual before you even figure out the song, and it's like a real like piece of art. It's like a standalone piece of art between the music video and the record. But has there ever been a concept that you came up with that you had to scrap because you thought it was a little too controversial?
Hell yeah. Well, not controversial, but just like I've had records that I've had to scrap all the time just because I felt like they just weren't.
Like the people weren't ready?
Yeah, people weren't ready.
Yeah.
Like they weren't ready, but the record just didn't come out the way that I thought it was going to come out.
Right.
You know?
That's fair.